Hey everyone, today I want to talk about the dual battery system that I have set up in the Jeep. I utilize the National Lunar split charging system. This actually originates out of South Africa, where I'm originally from, and yeah, I've seen these being used for many years out there. Obviously, Africa or South Africa, a very popular off-roading, 4x4ing, overlanding, whatever you want to call it, destination. So these are being used out there on many of the rigs running dual battery systems. It is available in the US from Equipped. I'll share a link in the description to the product that you can order from them. I'm pretty sure it's available from other suppliers as well, but as far as I know, Equipped has the distributor rights for National Lunar in the US. Don't quote me on that. Great service from them ordering this product, quick shipping, got here. It's a great kit to order. It comes with all the control modules, the solenoids. It comes with additional battery cables, fuses, terminal connectors, replacement battery terminals. So a complete kit. Once you order this, you have everything you need to install the electrical split charging system, I will say, to put the dual battery system in. So this is what I have in the Jeep. And if I take you over here, right, so you will see here is the National Lunar intelligent solenoid controller, the heavy duty 12 volt solenoid, which is a Odyssey solenoid as far as I remember. So this controller over here is what controls the solenoid. I'm running dual Odyssey batteries. Obviously you want to keep the same battery as your primary and secondary. Try not to run two different types of batteries on here. There's a lot of debate as to which are the best batteries to use. I've had these Odysseys in here, I don't know, probably 4+ years, and I've had no issues. I've done a couple of long trips on this. I've been running refrigerators and lights on the auxiliary battery. I have a winch installed on here, and from the battery perspective, no issues. So when it's time to replace these, for me, I will definitely go back to utilizing these Odyssey batteries. Right, so I have my primary battery at the back, secondary battery in the front here. To install these, you have to remove the factory or the OEM battery box or tray. So I've taken that out. It is I'll share a picture of what the effort was to take that out. It was a whole day job to get everything out of here. You had to trim down some plastic moldings, and then I ordered the I believe it's the Rough Country dual battery tray, and that was a perfect fit. So that went inside here. It comes with a pretty useless strap to tie down these batteries. The strap didn't last very long, so I've made up my own aluminum bracket over here with two hooks, stainless steel hooks that I bought off Amazon, and just with an aluminum plate across the top here, and that keeps it all secure. So that's mounting down those batteries. Now initially I had this National Lunar controller and solenoid mounted horizontally on top of this battery bracket. It was a different bracket, but it was across the top here, and it lasted about 2 years and then stopped working. And when I opened it up, it had quite a bit of water damage inside of us. So I ordered a new one again from Equipped, and they advised me that the manufacturer, National Lunar, suggests mounting these things vertically to prevent water from damming up inside of these control modules. And that's what I've done here. So I have just installed aluminum angle bracket over here, which DIY, just made it myself, bolts down over here, bolted the controller and the relay onto it, and it fits pretty good over here. I will add though, the one thing I am not too pleased with is that this control module, the National Lunar Intelligent Solenoid Control Module, is not IP rated. So it clips together. It's got two self-tapping screws behind this label that holds this little box together. As you can see, I had to seal all around this edge with silicone sealer. The plug at the bottom though is completely exposed, so I've tried to close up as much as I can with a sealer, but it's not perfect. So if I had to go through a water crossing and the water comes up to this level, it's going to mess up this controller. So not the ideal thing. I really would have thought that for 4x4 vehicles, split charging systems, the module sitting inside the engine compartment should have been IP rated. You know, long term, maybe extending the wiring from this relay. There's little short wires that run from the relay to the control module. Maybe extending those and seeing if that module can be fitted inside the fuse box or somewhere else where it is protected, maybe even inside the cab. So that's the one thing I will fault the National Lunar control module on. But other than that, it's a pretty great system. All right, inside the cab you have this control module that shows you your battery voltage. So on the right I've got my auxiliary battery, on the left it's the primary starting battery, and as you can see it's a bit low. The Jeep's been standing probably for a week and a half, so the battery voltage is quite low. I don't think it is going to start, but we can see what it does. You can set up an alarm on this thing as well, that it will start beeping at you when the battery voltage falls below a certain threshold. And then another cool feature that you have over here is the option to hold this little button on the right here for 5 seconds, and it will engage the relay in the engine compartment that basically connects the auxiliary battery to the primary battery, so you can jumpstart your vehicle from the auxiliary battery. Alright, so I'm actually wanting to see if we have enough power here. Let me see if I can start the Jeep. We actually do have enough battery power. So what you will see happens now, the engine is running, so you can see the primary battery lights, LEDs light up all the way to the top. So I can see my alternator is charging the primary battery. It's running at 13.7 volts, but the auxiliary battery is still sitting at the bottom here. So essentially what happens is the intelligent solenoid will wait for, I believe it's 5 minutes, and it will then engage and connect the auxiliary battery to the primary battery, which then includes it in the charging circuit, and these lights will start lighting up as well. So it gives about 5 minutes of charging on your main battery before it adds another battery to the charging circuit, which is pretty great. Pretty cool. Alright, so the car's been idling now for 5 minutes, and as you can see on the right here, the LEDs have now lit up and the auxiliary battery is now charging as well. Alright, so pretty straightforward install. This cable just runs from here, routed through the firewall to the control module in the engine compartment, and then installing the solenoid. Alright, so the biggest job over here was actually installing all these batteries and getting everything to fit, trying to neaten up these cables as much as possible, getting the sensor and this plug mounted out of the way. So that's the biggest challenge. The space is quite tight here, but once it's all in, it works pretty good. Alright, so the next thing I would like to show you is the battery monitoring that I have set up on these batteries. So I have these two nGuage Bluetooth battery voltage sensors. These are ex-South Africa, so these are again products available from South Africa, and I will provide a link in the description once again to help you order some of these. So these are just very simply installed positive negative cables onto the battery. So I have one for the primary battery and one for the secondary battery. These connect via Bluetooth to the nGuage app. All right, so this app allows you to connect multiple sensors, and I'll actually give you a look on the Tire pressure monitoring sensor that I've got installed on here as well, so you can use these sensors to monitor tire pressure and tire temperature, which is pretty cool. The only downside with those sensors are the fact that you have to disconnect them when you want to air down and air up. So that is a pretty much bit of a challenge using those. So I usually don't run them on the wheels when I know I'm going to be airing up and airing down. But they're pretty handy to have on highway driving to monitor tire pressures and especially tire temperature, because you do have the factory pressure sensors in your wheels, but it doesn't give you any temperature. So I like to monitor temperatures on the tires as well. So that is pretty cool to have. nGuage does have internal tire pressure monitoring sensor that works on the same app, and you'll replace your factory sensors with those sensors, and then you would be able to air up and air down as well, but you have to replace the OE sensors. Besides the battery voltage sensors, you also have multiple other sensors you can connect to the app, like a temperature sensor you can throw into your refrigerator. There's a propane or gas monitoring sensor that is a magnet sensor that clips or sticks to the bottom of your propane tank, and you can monitor the levels of your gas or propane for cooking. So you can have that. So you can, on your app, you can have all these sensors providing you with information on battery voltage, tire pressure, fridge temperature, as well as your propane. Alright, so now I want to show you the nGuage 4x4 app. So this is on my phone. You install the app. The app at this stage is free, but you have to purchase the compatible sensors that connect to the app. So when I open mine up, you will see here I have my fridge temperature sensor, and then I have my battery voltages, and then the tire pressure sensors, as you can see them kicking in now because I just booted the app up, so it's connecting to the sensors. You will see I've actually named these tire pressure sensors as trailer, as I initially had them on my overlanding trailer, so left and right, and then I have one on the spare. So they're not named correctly here, but for demo purposes here you can see there is my trailer pressure on the right, trailer pressure on the left, and then the temperatures as well. This is currently in Celsius, the temperatures. So you can also set up thresholds, so you can configure these sensors. You can see the little red and green sections and yellow sections. You can set up your thresholds, and there's a very loud and annoying alarm that goes off when you are outside of the preferred pressure. So the green is where I want to be, the yellow allows a bit of room, but when it goes into red, then the alarm goes off and you get the warning that your tire pressure is too low, or temperature for that fact. Same goes for the fridge temperature over here, and then the battery systems. Now another cool thing about the nGuage app is the fact that it will also work on Android or Apple CarPlay. So as you can see, I have the app over here. The graphic display is not as nice as what it is on the app or the phone app, but you know, when you're driving, you really just want the data points, so I can see, you know, my pressure and temperature for the tires, and then if I go into temperature, I can check my refrigeration temperatures, I can check my battery voltage, and then we've got obviously the miscellaneous apps as I showed earlier on that you can install. So yeah, so that's the nGuage app. Again, I'll put a link in the description to let you know how you can get your hands on some of these sensors and how to get them up and running with the nGuage app. A very helpful thing to have.